Good evening, everybody. It is Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. Hope everyone's doing well. Everyone's praying their prayers of forgiveness, clearing up their backlog of prayers. I know all you guys are sinners out there, and you want to clean your slate before the Russians nuke us tomorrow or whatever happens. I hope you're all doing well. Got my conspiracy cat shirt on tonight. It says, not saying it was the government, but it was definitely the government. Oh, man. Goodness gracious. Human sex trafficker. Yeah, I don't know why. Something's happening. Maybe I'm getting shadow banned on YouTube, but the videos are still popping off. Still getting a pretty good amount of views. Maybe they don't like what I have to say, but that's okay. I don't mind. My videos still go to YouTube. My videos still go to are still on YouTube, still on Odyssey, still on Rumble, Twitter, and seems to be getting quite a amount of views everywhere. Quite a good amount of views. So see what you guys got to say. Yeah, today's Rosh Hashanah, or not Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, if you want to say it properly. Or should I say Shalom, Hexkins? What up, fam? People ask me why I focus on the Jewish holidays. Why? Because the people that follow the Jewish religion happen to be the most powerful people in finance. And what all of us in? We're all in crypto. And what is crypto? Crypto is finance. I need to pray more for sure. Davis, I hear you. I don't know about those notifications. I don't know why it's going on. What's going on with those guys? It's about to pop off. 33, I think so. Tech once again. Thank you, buddy. That stock rally is simply Yom Kippur bounce. Yeah, it could be. And we're going to look into that. Buenas noches, Don Randall. Tigre, thank you. It's 5 a.m. in Germany. You got this. Rocket. Really? Yikes, that's early. Okay, you got the notification. Awesome. Hello, Mom. How you doing? Yo, Randy, the twin for seed losing. You're the twin for seed losing. Soldier Pete, I don't quite understand. Cool. All right, everyone's getting their notifications. Maybe it was a little bit late. 12th, like, is that significant? The 22nd will be, that's for sure. What don't people get? DCA, okay, let's talk about that later, Corey. Let's get into the news here, guys. An honor to celebrate with you, Randy fam. Yes, thank you. Good to have you guys here. Teach me, Master Shemitah. 8 p.m. in Washington State. Yeah, you guys, West Coast is 2 hours behind me. And I'm pretty sure 3 hours behind me soon, because when the U.S. changes their clocks, we actually go to East Coast time. So it's really interesting. We don't change our clocks. You guys do. So what is the Day of Atonement? It is the day starting at sunset all the way till tomorrow at sunset, when people of the Jewish religion, it's like their holiest day of the year. It's the day when you ask for forgiveness for your sins throughout the day. You fast, you don't drink, you don't do anything, and you just ask God to forgive you for all the things you've done. And they've got lots of rules that they live by, including not eating properly, not eating kosher, and adultery and all that kind of stuff. There's over 600 laws that people need to follow in the Jewish religion. I just learned that from a rabbi earlier. I thought that was pretty interesting. 600 laws to keep track of. Man, Christianity is much easier. We have the 10 Commandments. Motorcycles are racing tonight. Ask Adam Sandler for forgiveness. Glockmatics, nah. Staker app losing the seed phrase. Soldier feet, yeah, okay, I get you. Yeah, we both lost our seed phrases for Staker app. It's okay. I mean, I still have it. It's on this phone. This phone still works. But what happens if the phone stops working? Then I'm up a creek without a paddle. But I don't use this phone for anything. I don't even turn it on unless I have to. So it just, yeah, it's only like 20,000 hex too. It's not like a ton of hex. Okay, so today is the Day of Atonement. What happens on the Day of Atonement? What does it have to do with the markets? So we're going to go down that rabbit hole, and I'm going to show you some cool stuff. And what tends to happen is that tomorrow is usually a pretty bad day in the markets traditionally. So I'm going to share my screen. This is going back to 2001. So I'm going to go through each of the Shemitah years, 2001, 2008, 2015, and tell you what the markets did. Excuse me. So on September 27th, 2001, remember that the Hebrew calendar is different than the Gregorian calendar, the one that we use. So the dates are going to be different each year. So on September 27th, 2001, stocks fell back Wednesday as wary investors collected profits from Wall Street's first two-day advance since the September 11th terrorist attacks. So just like this year, they had a two-day buy where the markets were going up really well. And on Yom Kippur, things took a dump. Analysts said the retreat was to be expected given the week's earlier gains and the troubled economy. Obviously, we've had some slippage, but if we compare where we are today to where we were last week, this isn't a significant sell-off, said Michael Strauss, managing director at Common Fund. The economy continues to be the battleground, and we're getting some weakness associated with the terrorist attacks. The Dow fell 92.58 points, or 1.1%, giving back nearly a quarter of its 424-point advance on Monday and Tuesday. It's so funny. We have Monday and Tuesday, right? So I wonder if we're going to get something very similar tomorrow. The NASDAQ slid 37.6 points, or 2.5%. And the Standard & Poor's was down 5.23 points, or 0.5%. Okay. On to 2008. Dow tumbles 7%. Dow falls below 8,600 for the first time since 2003, on the first anniversary of its all-time high. Markets tanked Thursday with the Dow falling nearing 700 points during the session as panicked investors dumped stocks across the board. Bank lending remained tight as nervous institutions continued to hoard cash. Treasury prices fell, raising their corresponding yields. The dollar gained versus the euro and the yen. Oil and gas and gold prices fell. The Dow Jones lost 679 points, or 7.3%. Imagine if that happens tomorrow. Imagine if the Dow drops 7.3%. The Standard & Poor's, the S&P, lost 7.6%. The NASDAQ lost 5.5%. And the VIX hit nearly 64 that day. Holy crap. Can you imagine if the VIX hit 64 this week? I don't know if it will, but imagine if it did. Let's go to 2015. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Stock market news for September 23rd, 2015. Sell-off in commodity, auto, and biotech stocks dragged benchmarks lower on Thursday, while shares of miners and other raw material producers tumbled on worries about China's economy. Remember in 2015, the market didn't collapse as much as other years during that Shemitah year, but the Chinese economy had a tough time. And remember the scandal with Volkswagen? That was in a Shemitah year. Meanwhile, biotech and drug manufacturing companies extended their losses for the second consecutive day following Hillary Clinton's plan to prevent price gouging in the specialty drugs market. The Dow declined, it went down 1.1%, or 180 points. The S&P dropped 1.2%, and NASDAQ dropped 1.5%. And the VIX surged to settle at 22.44%. So the VIX, for you guys who do not know, it's the volatility index. When things get uncertain, the VIX goes up. Okay, this is today. Now we're in 2022. This is tonight, as of 10 p.m. Stock futures fall following a sharp two-day rally on Wall Street. U.S. stock futures fell on Tuesday night after the S&P 500 posted its best two-day gain in roughly 2 years. So on Monday and Tuesday, we had the best gain in roughly 2 years. The Dow Jones Dow Jones Industrial Average futures declined by 150 points, or 0.5%. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 futures dipped 0.52% and 0.56% respectively. So this is just the futures. This is just what could possibly happen tomorrow. And right now it's starting off negatively. and it looks like we're gonna drop. Now, I wanted to show you the history of what's going on with the Dow Jones 100-year historical chart. I just went and I broke it down to the 2000s. So this was the 2008 stock market collapse. And I wanted to give you guys some hope, not just all doom and gloom. So this was the 2008 stock market collapse, but 2009, we went green, and we went green for 6 straight years. 2015, it was a Shemitah year. And remember, that was mostly for China that had the negative impact. And then we had 1-2 years of good, 1 year of bad, and 3 years of good. And now we're back to bad again. So what is the likelihood of 2023 being bad? It's pretty rare. I mean, we haven't had multiple years of bad in a while. And what happened in 2000, 2001 was the stock market was the tech bubble, and that destroyed a lot of people. So that was a bad time in the markets. So if we went back to 2001, that was a Shemitah year, and it was probably the roughest one that we've had in a while because it was extended over multiple years. That was that's when I first got out of the Navy. Oh man, it was tough times. All right, so that's what I wanted to show you guys. Show you a little bit of the Shemitah with Yom Kippur, and I have a great video here for you. Before I get into what you guys are chatting about, let's watch this quick video. It's 3 minutes long, and this is one of the guys on Wall Street. This is just a couple this afternoon sometime. Let me get myself off the screen. Remove.
Hey everybody, it's me, the Einstein on Wall Street from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. I'm sure your head is spinning like mine. The ceiling, the floor, there's plenty of green on this screen. I'm sure for everybody who is long this market, who have been absolutely beaten and battered by this market over the last months and quarters and whatever, you are happy today. Right, the market is up 850 points today, 112 handles, although we were as much up as 116 on the close. We have had 2 spectacular days, up 1,000 points basically 2 days in a row, after a sell-off of 500 points in the S&P. Since September 12th, we've taken back 200 of those, and that's a beginning march back to victory. That's the bottom line. So these are the 2 best days we've had back-to-back since March 2020. That's just a fact. That's not an opinion. We've also had 2 days where there was more than 90% up volume versus down volume. And that's also a fact, and that's not an opinion. And the fact around that little tidbit is that the last time that's happened, and every time that's happened, we've had a market closing out the year, the 3 to 6 month projection after that kind of a positive up volume versus down volume. Okay, the 3 to 6 month projection going forward has been more positive than not. These are facts. These are not opinions. 2 days in a row up does not mean anything except 2 days in a row up. Okay, a month down means not that much except a lot of pain. Right? There's money to be made in all markets, going up and down, and I talk about it all the time. For today, as a long-term investor in the marketplace, for you all, I guess you're happy. I guess you had a good day, right? But every day on this market is a good day as long as you know risk management, technical analysis. But I'm not going to go into that right now. At the end of the day, there's a lot of positive stuff coming out. What was the key word for today? The key word for today was pause, right? That's what the market heard. Look, the market's got a lot of information, a lot of moving parts, a lot of pieces to this puzzle. And it will wrap its hands around and its mind around individual words, as we saw with J-Pow over and over and over again. The market, the investment community will hang on a word, a phrase, a tonality. What was the word of the day today was friggin' pause. Pause. They're hoping, right, that what happened in Australia, what they're looking at around Europe a little bit, where they're raising rates, where they have the same challenges that we have here. They're looking to raise rates and pause in between to see if the market can get a handle on it, right? The UN and a number of international agencies have gone to the Federal Reserve. I'm not sure how that dynamic works, but they've gone to the Federal Reserve asking them to reconsider this massive, rapid rate raise of interest rates and maybe take on the word pause when it comes to interest rate raises and giving the market a chance to get a handle on what's going on and figure out how to navigate this new wild economic mechanism that we call life in 2022. Okay? That's what's going on. The word of the day is pause. End of story. Bing friggin' bomb. That's all I got to say about that. If you want to learn about the solution of navigating this market successfully, DM me the word green. I'll connect you to the solution. What a great day for the market. Up 1,000, 2 days in a row. Up volume 90%. Dig it. Get in the game. You got to be in it to win it. I love you. Einstein, out!
Sell Rosh Hashanah by Yom Kippur. That's the game. Tomorrow's Yom Kippur. Well, it is right now. The markets tomorrow is when you buy the dip. Buy the MFN dip, guys. Well, I'm sorry, God. I shouldn't say stuff like that. Got to apologize. Got to apologize for being so, as my wife says, rustico. All right, let's see what you guys got to say. Yeah, the stock rally on Yom Kippur bonds. Exactly. So tomorrow we're probably going to see a dip. Every Shemitah, following Shemitah, the following Yom Kippur, we have a dip. And it's been like clockwork. So the likelihood that tomorrow goes down is pretty high. Will that be the last dip we see? I think so. Why? He had the right word. He said pause, because everyone is noticing that because the Federal Reserve has raised rates at the fastest rate in its history, that they're affecting other markets around the world. And the countries that are suffering the most are the third world countries, the countries that aren't as modern. But on top of that, even Europe is suffering. Gas prices are going higher. The trade markets are all out of whack because now the U.S. can't sell its stuff overseas because it's too expensive. So it's like right now, all the U.S. companies, they're like George Floyd, and they got the Federal Reserve's kneeing on their neck. Seriously, that's what's happening, because when the rates go up, the U.S. companies can't afford to sell their no one's going to want to buy their products because they're too expensive. So pause, stop raising rates, slow it down. We don't need another 75 basis points. The only reason why, like I said many times, the only reason why I think they're raising rates is not to kill inflation. I think they're doing it as a weapon of war. So hopefully they can slow that down. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. Let's see where I'm a little bit behind here. Amen. Amen. Good evening, Joseph. How you doing? Honor celebrate. Yeah. Okay, I'll keep. Shemitah was a nothing burger. Rich, excuse me, what planet have you been living on in the last year? A nothing burger? You must be blind as a bat. Remember, Shemitah's a whole year. God, if you were just watching my videos, you would understand. 30 days you missed, bro. Yes, please, like the video. Black Label Expat, thank you as always. Glad to catch your live stream. Appreciate that. Whatever happens, I bought more Hex today, and I'm very happy about it. Cheese for Hex swap. Lights out. Good evening, sir. They say Zen has no utility right now, but will have it later after the distribution phase. How since Zen is immutable? Exactly. It's a good question, but maybe they'll have other kinds of staking systems, but I'm not sure, Simba. Like I said, I haven't looked much into it. I'll claim some, but I might even buy some. I'm not going to chase it, though. Are you more bullish on Hedron or Icosa? Icosa is tied to Hex. If there's an announcement for Pulse Chain launching, I'd be more bullish on Icosa. If without Pulse Chain launching, I'm more bullish on Hedron, especially for the next 5 weeks or so. Kate, good evening, sir. Good to see you, Randy. And all currently eating my homemade ghost pepper and tequila salsa. Jeez. I'm not a spicy food guy. That was tough when I was married to an Ethiopian girl. I just couldn't do, I didn't like the spiciness that much. It's okay, but just tone down the peppers. Tone it down some. Simmer down, y'all. Simmer. Hit the like. This really is one of the best chests to hang out into. Yeah. I mean, it's smart people, right? Lights out. these folks are really awake. Good morning, Paul. Looking at Hexfire.io, I see about 1 billion old hex stakes ending in October that are 1 billion worth of hex stakes ending in October that are massively in profit. Of those, about 100 million hex are wildly in profit. Do you think hex can absorb the sell pressure? Base clips? Yeah. What I think is going to happen is that some people are going to roll them over. Some will get sold. But are we worried about it? Nah, not worried about it one bit. What if hex goes down to a half a penny? Dude, that's a buying opportunity again. Just start soaking it up like a sponge, man. Soak it up. I'm always bullish on hex when the price is going down. I love the fact that it's almost back to where I bought a lot of mine. I bought mine mostly between a tenth of a penny and about quarter of a penny, right in there. So if it happens again, so be it. I'll load up again and increase my bags, and might be able to get all of my T shares I've lost. So over the course of 2 years, I'm down about, I think it's between 50 and 60 T shares. I'd like to get those back. So if it drops down to those prices, I'll be able to do that. That will be absolutely amazing. Salsa. You guys are your salsa. Only 20,000 hex last September. I would have killed for 20,000 hex. Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make it sound like it wasn't anything. Yeah, but I staked those in Staker app in January 2021. Whenever Staker app came out, back then hex was about half a penny. So what was half a penny? So that was like $1,000, $1,000 worth of hex. They're still safe. They're there. Yeah, I still think most will restake. 17,000 hex last year was $5,000. My God. I wish I could convert those stakes in Staker app into an HSI stake. That'd be so cool. I know it can't be done, but I wish they could be done. The Fed should pause before they break it even more. Bright Light Crypto. I can't agree more with you. I think if they keep going with the raising of rates, it just proves that it's a weapon of war that they're using to hurt Russia, China, and they're using to hurt Europe, get Europe to bend on its knees, hurting oil producing companies, OPEC, and things like that, because they want the petrodollar to stay in place and US dollar be the world reserve currency. So they're bringing everyone to bear, and they're showing their true colors. The Federal Reserve, I understand, and their mandate says they have to keep inflation under 2%. Right now, I think it's at 6%. I think it's a lot more than that, really, but they said they might be able to get it down by the end of 2023 down to 3%. So we'll see what happens. More hacks. Oh, thanks for that. Thanks for that video, by the way. I'm going to look back at this time in the market and thank God I was DCAing. That video you guys just saw, More Hex is one that sent it to me. Yeah, DCA is the way. Dollar Cost Crypto, follow him if you want to learn more about DCAing. He's a master at it. This market is going to recorder until March. Recorder. What do you mean recorder? Shemitah was earthquakes, pipelines, war, etc. What a year, man. We haven't had a year like this since 9/11 to 2001. 2001 was nasty as well, right? This is the last, and that was a Shemitah year as well. Good day, Randy. Going 2x to catch up. Speak slow, bro. Putting guru. Oh, God. Yes, Marianne. Biggest lesson I wish I would have known last year was cycles. Got caught up in the 2021 hex euphoria and FOMO. Yeah, Paul. Gotta learn about cycles, man. And I'm going to be here from now on. So I will tell you guys when I feel things are getting overheated, not just hex, but I'll tell you about Hedron and, another crypto that are in Pulse Chain. I'm going to be following Pulse Chain like crazy. I might have to make some of my streams longer because we're going to have so many tokens to talk about on Pulse Chain, like Liquid Loans and Fiat.io and Pleb, and PP and those, and just tell you what's going on because I don't like seeing people get wrecked. Every month there's a bunch of stakes unlocking because whales just do 30-day stakes and sell or restake for interest. Yep. And I do understand that there's people out there that are doing they had very large stakes from 2 years ago, but they're coming out in October, and that's typical. It seems many of us were on the same wavelength when we did our stakes in 2019 and 2020. For some reason, we were staking and all the way till October, November, and December every year. I was one of those people. I had a lot of stakes in those times, and it's because I was thinking about Christmas. I'm like, oh, I'd like to take my stakes out before Christmas. And I think a lot of people thought the same way. So just like last year, we have a lot of stakes coming out at this time. What up, Brandy? Hope life's treating you well. Thanks for the streams. Jay Bunny, no problem. Just made 12 points of jalapeno salsa verde. Yeah. My mom is a freak when it comes to those spicy jalapenos. I have family members that love it, but I'm not the one. I'm not the spicy one. I know I was DCAing every month last year. I could have bought more with all this DCA, all that DCA. No regrets though, as I was rewarded with free Hedron, PLSD, etc. Yeah, all those airdrops, phenomenal. Zero regrets, guys. Zero regrets. How high will Hedron go in November? I'm hoping 5 to 10x from now. I think that's totally within the cards. If it doesn't, fine. But we've seen what it already did in the last couple of days, like 50, 60% in the last couple of days. That's pretty cool. And so I wanted to say something about okay, we covered the Shemitah stuff. We covered the Yom Kippur. Oh, so the rest of the year, I still think that October is going to be bullish, and it's typically bullish in the markets for the month of October. And that's for stocks, that's for crypto. But we have one caveat this year that's different, is that we have the elections, the midterm elections in the United States, and they're not going to let the price dip. They can't do it. The powers that be, they want to keep the market afloat because the Dems have the power in Congress right now, and they want to keep it, and they don't need to lose any extra votes. They're already in trouble, and if they don't want to add more trouble to the mix, right? So they're going to try to pump the market or keep the market going strong, just to protect themselves. Excuse me. So I think we have until early November for a positive market. Tomorrow might be ugly, but you guys are prepared for it. I told you, if you're in stocks, just know that tomorrow might be a huge buying opportunity. Crypto may be as well. You've seen crypto. We had 2 days of green now. We might have a pullback tomorrow, and it could be a nasty one, but it's not going to be as nasty as some of the other ones we've seen. I just don't think so, because the next day is the following day after Yom Kippur. A lot of the money is going to come flooding back into the markets because the Jewish folks, they're done with their holiday and they're going to be bringing their money back. That's just how it's played. Randy, did you hear that Sloth tell Dollar Cost Crypto that he was 6.x off on his prediction of the last cycle? That 0.08 would be the hex high. If he's 6.x off of his 5.55 call, sheesh, exactly. Like I was even more conservative. My call was 2.5 cents by the end of 2021, and holy crap. We ended up being at 56 cents. So I was super conservative compared to everybody else. And I flubbered that one. But we also didn't know that Richard was going to announce Pulse Chain. We had no idea that Richard was going to announce Pulse X. So those factors were things that I had no idea about, didn't even think were going to exist. If I knew that there was going to be something where you had to sacrifice hex, of course I would have said the price was going to go up. I remember when Funding Jim and I, Gary, we were on a live stream a couple days before the launch of the sacrifice phase. It had to be July of 2021. He asked me what I thought the price was going to peak out at during that time. I was thinking 33 cents. But during the SAC, it didn't get that high. It only got to 20-something cents, I believe. Maybe 20-something cents. But it was after that is when the price went flying. That's when it went to 56 cents. So it was really interesting times. And when Pulse Chain launches or gets announced, get ready. The stakes I'm referring to are from 2019, 2020, not recent re-rolls. Basically, I think I understood it. I understand what you're talking about. I've got one coming up too that I have to take out. There's a lot of people with large stakes that are from early on. I think the one that I have coming out was from 2020 early. Lights out, base clips. Oh, okay. Is that right? You Shmitas? Hey, Peppy. Like 10,000 to 7,500,000 stake ending. $10,000, 7. You mean I'm lost? A $10,000 stake that turned into 7,500,000? Is that what you're saying? Man, that's awesome. Hey, buddy, you're Hexagon in Seattle. Steve, welcome. So after elections is an ugly market. Marianne, sadly, I think it's going to be. I know Jordan from Waters Above, he's predicting that the market's going to be rough mid to late November. And a lot of other people are thinking that too. But I'm going to be positive. I think that even after the elections, as long as the Fed goes dovish and stops these 75 basis points raises, I think the crypto market, along with the regular market, is going to start trending up to the right. I think so. In the beginning, we could barely imagine if Hex hit a penny. LOL, dude. Exactly. I remember thinking to myself, Randy, are you nuts? 2.5 cents by the end of 2021? I'm like, could this be? Oh, by the way, guys, tomorrow I'm streaming with Crypto Coffee. We don't know the exact time yet, but he messaged me earlier on Twitter and asked me if I wanted to come on a show tomorrow. So I said, yes, sir. So I'm going to be streaming with him. Buy the rumor, sell the news again for PLS. Yeah, of course. People are going to do it, man. That's how they roll. Once the traders, you know who the traders are out there in crypto social media. There's plenty of them. Like, hey, go buy Hex. Hex you're gonna get a free copy over on Pulse Chain. Make sure you hold your coins. Don't sell them. That's what they're gonna tell everybody, right? And they're gonna start dumping on everyone's heads 3 days before. That's what the traders do. I know, because I was one. Have you kept up with Hurry Cash at all? Are they still launching with Pulse? As far as I know, yes. But the problem is they're just Tornado Cash on Pulse. But the problem, I don't want to see the founder of Hurry Cash get in trouble like the founder of Tornado Cash has. That would be really sad to see that happen. So maybe they're going to abandon the project. But if they do, I hope they return all the funds to everyone who sacked. Unless they're going to really say, you sacked your money, so you're not getting anything back. What's up from New Zealand? Yo, Silver Daggers. I just 2 nights ago, that was awesome. I got to watch a haka for real, the New Zealand baseball team. That was pretty freaking cool. They lost again yesterday, though. New Zealand hasn't won any matches here in Panama, or any games, I should say. It's baseball. Die Hard Hexagon. Although the ghost is hot, it's very fruity in flavor. Ghost peppers. How the hell can you tell if something's fruity if it's burning your mouth off? Pepe, I'm locked and loaded. Yeah, be prepared for tomorrow. Best bear market ever in history. The bull is going to make everyone go psycho. Dude, woof. Yeah, totally agree. I totally agree. I wonder if Hex W will 20x and reach parity. I'll risk it. Hex proof of work? Z, I don't see why not. Why wouldn't it, man? Hex proof of work is no different than Hex on Ethereum or Hex on Ethereum Fair. They're all the same hex. The code is exactly the same. It's immutable. So whenever it goes to a new chain, it's just, are people going to come over and put money into it? I think they will. When the word gets out, and if you get a couple major influencers who constantly talk about Ethereum proof of work or Ethereum Fair, people are going to bring their money over, whether it's Hedron or Hex. It's going to happen. Might it dilute the other ones? Yeah, a little bit, but that's normal. I don't mind. Some people are like, oh, we need to put all the money in the real hex. The real hex is Pulse, the Pulse version, right? But we don't have that yet. So don't worry about it. The recipe not channel, still recovering from my stroke. Okay. Trying to study as much as I can with not enough hours in a day. Yeah, Pepe. It's crazy. Any updates with load? Silver daggers? Yes, I just I spoke to one of the guys today and we sorted everything out. And they're gonna I've got the referral code should work down below in the box below. If it's not, let me know. And you can get started with that. I'm also, for those of you guys who are in the US and Canada, I'm also working with Can-Am Bullion and Currency Exchange out of Windsor. So if you guys need silver and gold physical delivered to your home, these guys, they're great. I've been working with Michael Piccioni on and off since 2016. He's going to start streaming with me too. So I'm going to have my nightly show, and then I'm going to have daytime shows where it's going to be streams. I'm thinking like a bi-weekly gold and silver stream where it's mostly, we're just talking about crypto, not crypto, but gold and silver. And because I know a lot of people in the industry and we're a lot of fun to hang out. And I think, what we've learned in Hex is that our talks that we have, where it's 4 or 5 of us on a stream and sharing our opinions, they could be a lot of fun. Nobody does that in gold and silver. So I'm offering to do that with the gold and silver community. So getting guys like David Morgan, Peter Spina from goldseek.com, Michael Piccioni from Can-Am Bullion, the guys from Ian, the founder of Load, people like that, bringing them on with all their years of experience in the mining industry and silver and gold. So it should be a lot of fun. So Can-Am Bullion is my newest sponsor. Guys, look, I've been in this game for so long. This is just what I do. So people like, I know someone was already like, Randy, how are you getting sponsored so quick? Man, these people are my friends. That's it. Even though I left the gold and silver world in 2013, I'm still friends with everybody. So it was just a natural thing for me. I locked up over 100 T shares in ETHW. Never know. If you think about it, if you can't think of it, it can happen. Pepe, no lie. Absolutely. I hear you, man. I got millions of Hedron over there with my free claims. My mom says I can handle hot all day long. I grow some hot African peppers that are ghostly too. Yeah, my mom's garden is insane. Silver daggers. Cheers, Randy. Cheers. Paul Sachs. I heard I'm relatively new to growing past 2 years. Yeah, growing. You guys are having a conversation. I recommend everyone start to do this to live healthier and save money. Growing is so important. And then learning how to can them too. I saw a stream today that said some farmers in South and Southern markets have signs saying they'll take silver. Oh, no shit. So what's happening in the crypto? Let's talk about gold and silver really quick. So right now, the prices that you're seeing for gold and silver are the paper prices, and the COMEX is running out. The COMEX is where they store the silver and gold. They're running out of physical gold and silver. See, I just had a lightning strike behind us. They're running out of the physical. So the premiums are super high. So if you go and you say, I want to buy an ounce of silver, no, but I want to pay $18.50 for it, they're going to be like, yeah, right. You're paying 21, you're paying 22, you're paying 25, because there's large premiums right now in physical silver and physical gold. So crazy market. Totally reminds me of what we had in 2010, 2011. You guys are all on the peppers. I'll never eat a Carolina Reaper again. You guys are nuts. Thank you, MSYF6. You're welcome. All right, let's show you the charts. All right. We got Bitcoin here. Bitcoin's up 3.2% today. This is the monthly. As far as I'm concerned, we're still in a bear market until this red turns green. We have still a sell indicator for Bitcoin. The demand index is healthily below zero. It's down there. It's going to take a while for it to get back to zero. Let's go on the daily. The day's looking good. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days of green for the green Oryx indicator, and the DI is over 0. So if they can keep this up, Bitcoiners, for another couple weeks, maybe October is going to be a really nice month for Bitcoin. Who knows? Maybe we'll get back up here to 23 or so, or 22 to 23. But I'm not optimistic with that. Okay. Ethereum, we're at 1356. Still heading down, though, for the AI. And that's because of the buy the rumor, sell the news event. And that was back here for ETH 2.0. And the demand index is still below 0. But on the daily, it does look better. Once again, just like Bitcoin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days with the Oryx indicator saying buy. AI looks good, and the demand index is about to cross 0 on the daily. So that's another positive sign. So maybe Ethereum will kick it up. I'm one of those people. I just had dinner tonight with an Ethereum whale, and he seems to think that Ethereum is just going to go ballistic in this next bull run. So I sure hope so, because that'll pull our Ethereum or our Hex up. And I recommend, if you guys don't have any Ethereum, you got to get some in your wallet, especially if you're a Hex holder, because we're not going to be able to afford to unstake if we don't have Ethereum. It's going to get super expensive. Here's Hex on the weekly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 weeks. We've had a green Oryx indicator. The AI is looking good. DI is still kind of stagnant, and our volume is just nowhere to be seen. We have very little volume. We want that to kick up. And once again, this is the daily. Hex is looking like a beast right now. We just need to get this DI up. We just get a couple people getting there and buying. And we're almost at 3.5 cents. It's about as bullish as you can get, guys, as far as Hex is concerned. But if Pulse Chain is announced, tune in on Saturday with Richard and Hexo and see what those guys say, because I hope Richard at least gives us a time frame. It's okay, and this such and such block of Ethereum, 1 month from now, we're launching Pulse Chain. I would love to hear that. That would just make my day. All right, here's the weekly for Hedron. We had the sell here, and that was 4 weeks ago, and you already see it. We're about to pass over where that sell happened. The sell signal happened. I would bet that pretty soon this red's going to turn green, and Hedron's going to be off to the races. Here's the daily. Look at the beauty of that. Jeez. But guys, you got to be careful with these stair steps. You get these nice stair steps, and then the elevator takes us right back down. Maybe it'll bring us back down here for a day, because one of the Hexkins long-term OGs, they have a huge bag. Maybe they got a 3 or 4 billion Hedron. They say, hey, I'm going to sell that and take out 12 grand, and they'll sell it down. That's just what people are doing. Because frankly, what would you rather sell? Would you rather sell your Hex, or would you rather sell your Hedron? Most people are going to choose Hedron. I know I would. Thanks to these derivatives, I don't have to sell my Hex anymore. That's how I feel about it. You guys are really into this. You're really into the peppers. Truth or dare, at work one day, many guy hallucinated and puke off the Reapers. Yeah. Be careful with those Carolina Reapers. Remember the one chip challenge? When Shaq did that? I watched the ESPN thing when Shaq did it. He got really sick afterwards. Like, it was really rough on him. There's a couple people you see on YouTube, they do the one chip challenge, and they are just wrecked. At first, they're like, oh, I could do this. It's not that bad. 2 minutes in, mucus coming out everywhere, spit going down their face. Yeah. Just had flashbacks. Never again. So many streaming extreme long hours. What did they think? We got 72 hours in a day or something and collect SERP when they want to teach and onboard? Pepe. This is the difference between the Hex community, I should say the Pulse Chain community. Let's expand that a little bit, because Pulse Chain is much larger. Our community and every other community, we stream like bandits. And yeah, I mean, I got to give the credit to Hexo, or actually Richard. Richard's the first one that was doing it. He used to stream for 6-7 hours sometimes. Now, I don't know if I could ever do that. I've been a participant in the 24-hour streams twice. Maybe we should do get everyone together and do an old school 24-hour stream for whenever Pulse Chain launches, because that first day we'll keep the chart up in the background, keep checking on it, see what's going on with Pulse and PulseX and stuff like that. That'd be a fun 24-hour stream. I just don't want to lead it. I'm too old for that shit. I'll let one of you young guys get all the streaming hours for that. Randy, where do you think the Russian nuke sub resurfaces next? Cuba. That's so 60s, right? Off the coast of Cuba. We'll have another Cuban Missile Crisis .2 or number 2. Although having cooked with one whole ghost pepper and a curry recipe, I recommend not as hot as you would think. Cape, you're going to ruin some good sauce or good whatever you're cooking or good curry by putting in that pepper. Richard's devs are just too good catching all bugs. I don't know what it is. But I'll tell you what, I'm not worried about it. I just want it to launch. That's all. I'm just anxious. I want it to happen. I've got plenty of money tied up just like everybody else. I'll sell anything but Hex. Lights out. I'm with you. There's no need to sell anymore unless we really have to. And I think that once Pulse Chain launches, I think Liquid Loans or Fiat.io or Power City, somebody's going to come up with a way that you can borrow against your Hex without having to sell it. At least I hope they're going to. That would make sense, right? Just like we're doing a Pulse Chain. Yep, no Hex selling for sure. Having Hedron as derivatives, Pepe, I love it. It's the most. Hedron is the biggest blessing to the Hex community I've ever seen. It's going to take a lot of the sell pressure away. So think about it. Say that an OG has 1 million Hex coming out. And that 1 million Hex was, we'll just use a round number here. Let's say that it was 60 T-shares. Now, you can restake that out with the HSI for 15 years and get yourself like 70 or 80 T-shares and get the Hedron every day. Or you can go sell your Hex and you don't receive Hex and you don't receive the Hedron. You get USD out. So if you're a long-term player, the best option is to do an HSI stake, go out 55.55 and get that Hedron. Now, say that you have an emergency and you need to sell Hex. Well, say you get hospitalized and you know you need that money. If it's an HSI, you know you could sell it to the ICOSA contract, take your ICOSA, go to Uniswap and trade your ICOSA out and get your money that way. You know, that's where I foresee things happening because HSIs are liquid. There's no real reason to sell Hex anymore. And I think I should do a video just on that particular subject because there might be some OGs that don't see it yet that don't understand that they don't have to sell anymore. You really don't. Neither I'm keeping both Hedron and Hex. Rick and 305, no doubt. I mean, I get you. I totally get you. It's just that I don't want to see people sell Hex. I'd rather see them sell Hedron first, personally. Pepper skill, COVID, and sinus infections. Yeah, because they clear you out. That stuff will clear you out. Yeah, I remember ICOSA is it's like a Hex stablecoin. It's 30 Hex or so per ICOSA, and it'll stay right there. At least we hope it will. Simba, what do you got? Coinbase is coming out with a movie too, beating RH to the punch. Yeah, we'll see about that. I did the one chip challenge. I felt the pain, had the Shaq experience. LOL, not fun. Jeremy, you guys are strong. I can't do that. 24-hour stream would be awesome. And for those of you guys who are worried about my health, I have a health update. My blood pressure is doing great. You know, I've gotten lots of great recommendations, and it's way down from where it was. Cape, I know you had the issues, and it's just everything's coming together between exercising and eating right, staying away from all sugary stuff. I'm staying away from carbs, taking my blood pressure pills, and taking all the other stuff that helps with blood pressure, all the natural remedies, the garlic, the hibiscus tea, and all those things. It's helping, man. At my point, my blood pressure is down like 30 points. It's amazing. I feel wonderful. Yeah, guys, we're going to bring people in for the chili algo. Exactly. Yeah, when I send videos to many to learn hex, they look at me and say, really? 4 to 8 hours each? LOL. Pepe, that's the problem. So I need to go in. I know that Crypto Coffee has a course that people can buy, but I don't have to charge anything. So I'm just going to make a course that people can just watch my videos and they'll have everything they need. And then what I'll do down in the comment in the area below the video, I'll have all the different videos people can watch to learn. Yeah, this is the longest 2 months in the history, human hex trafficker. Richard talking to the devs, eat Z bugs. That's Marion. Yeah, and the other problem with peppers is, if you're not used to eating them, you pay for it the next couple of days in the toilet. I don't have an issue. I understand and like learning, but forget onboarding for me. I may just have to do my own videos, short and sweet and detailed steps by steps, and give it to them. Pepe, no doubt. I totally get it. A lot of us understood that early on. But yeah, I mean, going through and chopping up and trying to find something in a video that's like a 2 or 3 hour live stream, it's almost impossible. Hedron will give you the opportunity to capture back some of those lost T shares. Totally agree. Wendy Shift, what the hell? To the principal's office. I helped somebody on board, and that was 2 years now, and told them you got 10 years to learn what you got. Today, they still don't know squat. So true. Read the Salt Fix book. And was that for blood pressure? Or the other one is Potassium Fix book, right? Potassium is a big part of the problem. Good job, Randy. Keep it up. Keep healthy. Yeah. Getting rid of that. I'm getting rid of that Italy weight. I saw one of my friends in the park the other day. He's like, Randy, you gained a few pounds. I was like, yeah, man, I was in Italy for 2 months. What do you think's going to happen to me? Eating pasta and pizza and gelato. And what do you think? Arancinis. I dumped my Hedron when Gunther dumped and paid my rent for 1 year. Thanks, Alex. Nice. And even a week before that even happened, I was telling everyone, look, this thing's overheated. I even told them, if you want to access my wealth, you have to learn how to get it. Yeah. Yeah, he's great. Keith, I love him. He's Eric Berg and Dr. Berg. They're the two doctors. They're amazing. And there's 2 different guys, so don't get confused, folks. One's an Olympian. I think that's who you're talking about, Dr. Berg. And Dr. Eric Berg he's an MD who just believes in the natural ways to get healthy. And he also, both of them believe in keto and very low carb diets. Be careful with seed oils. Get away from them. Use virgin coconut oil and olive oil. Ghee is good too. GHEE, that's animal fats. And butter, grass-fed. Did you hear Ivan on Tech tweeted he will talk to Richard again about PulseX and Hex soon? Ooh, nice. Hopefully he doesn't charge $100,000. If you guys missed my influencer report the other night, on the sheet it says that he charges $100,000 to talk about a project. Does RH watch our streams? We should get Hexco to ask his opinions on Shemitah. It was funny, Paul. I don't think he watched my streams. If he did, I'm sure he would let me know. But he did make a joke about Shemitah. So apparently it got to him somehow. They even called hexologists the Shemitologist. So I'm proud to say that I started that. Or we could say Waters Above started that with Crypto Coffee back in time. But I've been talking about Shemitah since 2015 or so. Hot peppers in, hot peppers out. He ain't lying. Yes, he did. Ivan on Tech did sack for Pulse Chain. At least he said he did. I'll DM you on the book. Wendy Schiff, thank you. What's your plan for Zen? Claim it. I'm just going to claim. And if I see the price stagnating, I'll probably buy some too. We eat the chilies raw with most meals here in Indo. Oh, man. You're in Indonesia, really? Yeah, you guys like that spicy stuff. I've never been. We want to go over there. Obviously, go to Singapore, go to Kuala Lumpur, go to this, see what you guys got going on in that area, part of the world. I canceled my Vegas trip. Now I'll book for the Fort Lauderdale cruise. Hope to meet some of you there. As for blood pressure, for sure, Randy, I'm now exercising daily. Will never take my health for granted. Yes. I want to see my kid grow up, man. I'm a late father, right? I didn't have a kid until I was, 42? So I want to be around. So I got to take care of my health and to keep up with him. Little shit's fast. 100 people smashed the likes. Thank you, everybody. Is Aurochs coming out with the ability to have the Aurochs AI indicator bot trade for people? No. I'd love to have this ability to deposit like 10 ETH and let it flip. Connor, I'm going to have one of the guys on one of my live streams, not my nighttime streams, but my daytime streams. And maybe you guys can come in and ask those kind of questions. I'm either going to have the CEO or the founder. Yorgi is the CEO and Taraz is the founder. Get one of those guys on and we'll discuss it. Very smart guys. And they are going to go public. So watch Aurochs. Aurochs is going to fly. I love what they got going on. Keto did great for me and my wife years ago, and the foods were enjoyable. Annabelle tried to make a keto cake yesterday. She did her best. God rest her, God bless her soul. But she couldn't even eat it. It was so dry. I was like, baby, I love you, but our son looked at it and said, nope. I tried it. I was like, nope. Can't do it. That's the most expensive thing we've ever had to throw away. I think the cake costs like $7 just to make it. Are we having peppers tonight or something? Time to fire the pizza oven on. If we were having peppers, we eat pepper. That's right, Peppy. Eat some peppers. I hope Gary Funding Jim will be there too. Yeah, he's so great and so knowledgeable. I spoke to him a few years back in property and car trading. Yeah, he knows how to make money in all kinds of ways. Very interesting. Macroeconomics is amazing. Thanks for the value. Micah, no problem. I love economics. Looking back, I should have been a kid that graduated high school and went to go get my PhD in economics, but thankfully I didn't. And because if I would have gone and got my PhD in economics, I would have probably been a Keynesian, right? And I would have been agreeing with what all the government is doing and all that. But I got educated from my boy Ron Paul. Yeah, he doesn't believe in all that Keynesian shit. Guys, Filipinos. Cabana's here. What's up, buddy? Has anyone heard from Conrad? Conrad. He just disappeared. But he's from the other Conrad. He's from the other Zen, Z-E-N. I see what you did there. Well, I bought 100 euros and staked it, so I hope I have enough coins for everything. Connor, that's more than enough. That's all I had. I started out with 100, staked them for 5 years, and now I'm up to like 140, 150 in my wallet to make sure that I have access to all the features that Aurochs ever lists. See, the thing is with Aurochs, guys, if you want to use it, everything's free right now, but in the future, they're going to be paid. So you're going to have to pay for it. Or if you own Aurochs, the token, I don't know how many you're going to need. I say the minimum is 20, but having 20 staked is going to allow you to use all the features of Aurochs forever. So right now the coins are like $16 each. So they were 300 at the peak of the last bull market, $300. So you might want to grab some. Randy knows shit. Randy knows people, and Aurochs is going places. They're not going anywhere. They're not disappearing. They've been around since 2017. Yeah, keto does work. I lost a lot of weight during the lockdowns because I was on keto. Randy, what do you think of liquid loans? I love it. It's one of my favorite projects coming to Pulse Chain because I know Liquidity is working fine. And I talked to my Ethereum whale buddy tonight, and he loves Liquidity. He says Liquidity works great. So cool. If he likes it, I'm really going to like liquid loans. We just buried my brother-in-law 4 weeks ago. Cardiologist totally mismanaged his high blood pressure. Take care of yourself because no one else will. Wendy Schiff, thank you. Yeah, my big worry, my blood pressure, because my family isn't a family that has, I see my cardiologist regularly. For me, it's my kidneys. I've had problems with my kidneys because of my high blood pressure. So I have to get that under control. Those of you guys know back in 2021, I had like 3 kidney stones. Sucked. Man, that was bad. I said it was due to my blood pressure. When I was fighting, I would go keto to cut my final 10 pounds. And that will give me a nice plateau to drop 10 pounds off in like a week instead of a one night 5 to 10 pound water weight cut. Connor, good on you. That's tough work, man. Yeah. Gary kills it in the most humble way. Yep. What's the token address? Nate, just go to getorox.com. You can find it there. Or go to CoinMarketCap and look up URUS, and the token address will be on the left side. Here, let me show you. Coin market. They're in a bear market. That's when you buy stuff like Urus, because the token's going to be around for a long time. Not going to rug us. Here, this is CoinMarketCap. This is where you can find the token address. It's better. I'd rather you guys do that and go there and get it rather than me just putting the address in the box. Is Aurochs token on Sex, or where do you buy? Uniswap. It's on Uniswap. I lost weight because the shelves were empty. Pepe, that's a good way to lose weight. Sorry for your loss, one shift. I lost my dad. These times are hard. It makes the life suck. Hope you have friends and family. Yeah, exactly. Rick says, where can I buy Aurochs? Check it out on Uniswap or 1inch. No problem. Use DEXs, guys. Use DEXs. Okay, Connor got the address for you. Just make sure you check that address. Not that I don't trust Connor. I don't trust anybody putting an address in chat. So check the address here and verify it with the one on CoinMarketCap. Yep. Yep. See? Connor knows. Always double check. The stores look like the Walking Dead atmosphere. Oh, man. I don't look forward to that kind of an issue. Secret dev for Pulse. Rackham disappeared. I was thinking the same freaking thing today. Where did Rackham Rochelle go? He just went ghost on us. He got his face all in the movie and everything, and now he's just like quiet. Crickets. Nate, you're welcome. Do you know what changes, if any, that liquid loans have made from liquidity? Would be interesting to know where they saw room for improvement. No, we should have I should have Jesse on the show or somebody else from Liquid Loans. So maybe Matt. I'm sure Matt will come on because I've been on his show and discuss with him what kind of changes they've seen, what they've done. Made it just in time for the end of the stream. Hex G Banger, you're here though, and that's what's important. That's how I discovered fasting. Very efficient. I intermittent fast every day. So my last meal is at 6 p.m. I won't eat anything again until 10 a.m. at the earliest. I try to go to 11. It depends. Yeah, don't do that shit. Do not do that shit. I just do the one that starts with the IV. That's the one I did. And it works great. I think his Saudi bros buried him. Saudi friends got tired of waiting for launch. I think the movie's about to launch. Let's hope. Did anybody know if it got picked up by Netflix or any of the other streaming services? The Hex movie? Remember when Rackham threatened Richard's life because Paul Shane wasn't coming out soon? Oops. I think maybe Rackham's life was threatened. I was streaming for another 3 hours. Cape, no, but you guys you're keeping me longer because I will not get off as long as the comments are coming. Hexacat will come on. Could come on. Maybe another one. Rack Saudi friends. Come on, guys. Let's hope not. Man, I have to reorganize all my stock prices on paper. I don't even remember what I did with it. What Pepe, listen, you got to put everything on paper. You have to. If it's not just for you, it's for your family, or if anything happens to you, people have to know where to get stuff, and got to write everything down. Rackham was real quiet after the RH outrage marketing started, him being tied to Substratum 2017 dumping. Yep. I heard about that. Connor, I'm not going to stream 3 hours. I'm not Big Pepping this thing. I don't know how Big Pep does it. He just talks about boobs and stuff. Yeah, he did get tweeted, Z, but he calmed down afterwards. even when someone threatened me, remember Crypto Curricula when he was talking shit to me and his little buddy were threatening me, both of them. I don't like Crypto Curricula. I think that guy's a showman, and he whiny too. And I called him out for being whiny, and they started threatening me and talking shit. And Rackham's like, "Don't worry, Randy. I got your protection." I'm like, "Whoa, cool, Rackham." I'm now flipping 500,000 hex with your Aurochs tutorial. Started with 240,000. 1 in 3 indicator for me. Connor, damn straight. Just be careful on the one day. The longer you go, the better the indicator works. Have you seen the Ivor? Yeah, Wendy Shift I have. It's a miracle. There's a reason why it won a Nobel Peace Prize, because that shit is amazing. Not just for the deworming capabilities. PLSX is in 3 months, 6 months. I tweeted that out today. Someone was messaging. I think 3-month period will probably maybe do a 10x PLSX, or you're talking about PLS. PLS 3 months, I think 100x 6 months, maybe 110, 120, something like that. Or maybe it'll come back down and touch 50x again. Who knows? Is there any additional info on RX that you haven't touched on before? Nate, take the courses. There's some really good classes right on the website and within the dashboard. Take those classes and you're going to be good to go, because it talks all about the RX indicator. Everything else is very similar to TradingView, except you don't have to pay for the tools. They're all free on Aurochs. Do have things written, just have to organize them again more. Yep, properly. Do it. Big Pep is super cool guy. Happy to hear he was safe after hurricane. Yeah. But he keeps making fun of Shemitah. He said it doesn't exist. Bought into the EOS ICO back in the day and can't remember where my EOS is. I just found my keys for my scatter wallet. I found them today. Oh God. That's where I have my EOS. I have probably like 15 in there or something. We even taught BP what an incel was. Yeah, I know. I was there. You guys were talking about incels. I guess when I croak, hope they learn something in the next 10 years. Well, Hex did just complete a green paint in the weekly. Yeah. When they learn to put up with your moaning. What created your conviction in the Aurochs indicator? How exactly does it calculate things? I don't know how it works, but it's like 70% accurate. And if you only use it on the monthly, you're only trading like 2 or 3 times a year. And it's got close to 100% success rate. If you look back, it's not hard to verify. You just can go and look at what the prices have done over the last couple of years. Haven't crossed the DI yet. That DI is important, Connor. The demand index, that's like the icing on the cake. Wait, when I do Zen, they won't know what a wallet is. What? Yep. Problem, Nate. You lose some, you find some, Randy. Yeah, sure do. Big Pep loves Shemitah. Can't you see he goes like red peppers? BP knows it exists. He just wants to kick his feet screaming the entire way. RG3 is next. All right, you guys, I'm getting out of here. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow night. Ciao.